No,
that would make sense. Yeah.
Isn't that where?
Yeah.
Isn't that where?
It looks like they're shouting out Lacoste. So yeah.
Even though he's Croatian.
That is true. That is true.
What is this taunt?
Oh, you haven't seen this
goodness.
one for the for the Wraith King?
Oh, wow.
You could only use it twice a minute. That they nerfed taunts. I don't know why.
That's awful. I would like to hear this music all the time. That's jam. Oh my! And he walks on his throne. The skeletons scare you.
Yeah. It's a really good taunt.
I need to learn to play Wraith King. This is mainly the reason I'm gonna learn.
Well, good news. Do you know how to bind your Q key?
Do I know how to bind my Q key?
Yeah, that's all you need.
Can I just click on it?
You can, yeah. In fact, you know, if you want to play with your controller, Wraith King, I think, is the hero to do it.
Oh, right. But here's the problem though. In my hotkeys and my items, I have my Midas bound to $. How do I do that in a controller so I can feel like I'm getting cha-ching every time I press that button?
You want to get that $, of course.
Yes,
well, good news.
Shout out to Slacks for
Good
that.
news for you. It's all about Armlet Deso this game. I think that's what probably Nefrit's going to end up building into. He's got that Armlet already queued up, Avo, and he's Helm of the Iron Will straight away for him.
Is it possible that playing on controller will make Armlet toggling easier? Is there an advantage to controller?
Why would it be easier on controller?
I don't know. I presume the double press of the key is more natural for controller.
What? I mean, like,
I don't know if I'm wrong about that.
Well, yeah, because whenever you type words like food or good, it feels so unnatural to use the keyboard.
Well, have you ever tried playing like a what's it called? Mario Party on an emulator and use your keyboard? It's really annoying when you have to mash buttons. It's much harder, and the controller feels much more natural.
Game is bugged for Chen. It's more difficult.
I love that. Okay, there we go. So there's one of the players in this team calls him Chen, and the other one calls him Peksu. So you can see the level of proximity between the players here.
Yeah, our position 5 player is he's had some problems. Yeah,
Peksu's like messaging Aqua. He's like, dude, stop calling me Chen. And he goes, what? Yellow? Why are you messaging me
please
right
stop.
now?
Hello, ward buyer. Please don't talk to me when I'm trying to focus on my last hits.
He's pinging him. Yellow, buy wards. Buy wards. Your support too.
Wait, does Spartan really not? I assume he's memeing, right? He says, have you eaten today? It says Borania, and Spartan replies with, no, didn't eat whole day, was waiting for a tournament. After this, we go dinner together.
No, for this moment. I cannot tell if he's serious or not. It could very well be. It's Spartan, genuinely.
I absolutely...
This man's wild.
I love this. I love this. Bor, I can't wait for Christmas to be over to watch you against Team Bald.
Boy, you need to watch a Lyle show. Oh, okay, I see. I thought it was because Lacoste, because they love Lacoste, but they're clearly memeing about Kyle.
This is...
Oh, they mentioned you.
This...
Interesting. I never thought the pro players would watch this kind of podcast.
Oh, right. That's what he's going on about. Yeah, I heard... Kyle, it might be the pause. Yeah, I can't see spawn boxes either. Yeah. Whatever. Very friendly match right here between these teams. Just with the, I wouldn't even call it banter. Just the conversation that they're having.
I don't think the mention of him is a good one.
What of Kyle?
I think the mention of Borania in that show is probably not a good one.
Oh, you think?
Because it's off what he told Excalibur. That's why they're wanting to see him against Team Bald. I'm not sure if that's... I don't know who that's laughing at, Borania or at Kyle. I can't tell.
See, because I figured that they were just kind of talking about, I can't wait to see you guys play Team Bald. Like, I'm very excited for that match because I like to watch every single match on the twitch.tv/DreamLeague channel. That's what I figured they were talking about.
That's very wholesome. That's a very wholesome take. I'm gonna lead it at that because I don't wanna poison your mind. I completely agree. It's probably that, yeah. And they mentioned Kyle because they were big fans of Swindle.
Yeah.
And they were complexity heads themselves. Yeah, you're totally
Of course.
Right.
Who was it?
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yep. So in the bottom lane, Sparta is realizing that he can't play his style with a Warlock and he's gonna die.
Or is he?
One more hit.
Stick charges? Oh, he's alive?
Oh,
you were wrong.
Stick charges save him. Never mind. It's true that Spartan's a god. He's actually baiting Sibin to go further. But it didn't work. All right. That was close, though. That was well done, Spartan.
Yeah.
Who's going to heal first? His
Of
carry.
course, the king. You have to.
What a true support. Stands on your throne. Go. Use a taunt effort.
You have to wait when you don't have to last it. Because, again, now that there's a 30-second cooldown, or essentially a 30-second cooldown per taunt, you got to make them count. Oh, yeah, there it is. Spartan. He gets the range creep. Attaboy, not wasting any efficiency here. Heals are good for Nefrit, but they might not be this good. Nah, they'll be okay. Healing salve. Was there a healing salve? No, no healing salve. Pardon me. Nefrit just getting another Shadow Ward here to keep him topped up. Oh,
that's because Spartan is healing so much at level 1 in Shadow Ward. You know, it's a whole 18 HP a second, my friend.
It ain't bad, man. It adds up. It adds up.
It is. Especially if Sivit plays this so aggressively. Like, Nefrit actually has gone for a full sustain build, right? 1 point Wraith Fire Blast to secure range creep, and then you proceed to go for Vampiric Spirit. No points yet Immortal Strike, which is usually what deals damage in lane, and Mars always hates. He might have a massive shield, but he's also very low armor. 2 base armor is pretty low.
Yeah, that is not very good. Pretty typical for strength heroes to have, well, usually, to have pretty low base armor. Wraith King as well has 2 himself, so the heals make a big difference here. And actually, that's why Nefrit is deciding to go early on into this Helm. Of course, because, yes, Armlet, but also just for this bonus armor, because this is mostly a physical harass damage lane. Whenever they're going to go for kills, they're going to throw some magic at you, but they're just going to poke and prod with the physical. And you got this heal, you have the sustain, as top lane they go. Protect.
They almost got a kill there, but not quite. So, bottom lane, Sibit. Is he? No, it's not enough damage, right? With Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, it's level 1 as well. If there was a wagon here, they might have him, but he'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so the armor build is also because of the nature of how Mars build these days, right? Like, Mars, ideally, they have 2 builds because they lost the Yule Scepter. They either go Armlet or Blink Dagger mostly these days. And if you go Armlet and the Wraith King goes Armlet, you no longer kick him out of lane. He can actually tank you for a fair amount. Eventually, you will, but Nefrit can hold his own, as Nefrit is not holding his own right now. They're going for the body blocks, has Spartan, nice. And Nefrit in the trees, they still get him with a Shadow Realm, they just need the spear, Says Spartan blocks it, but they spear him through, says Spartan. A true nightmare fuel for this poor position 5.
Yeah, he had no choice, got pushed into his core, and ends up, unfortunately, that was first blood as well, actually. Pretty late, 4 minutes in. It's, everyone's just getting CS top lane. I mean, I suppose with a Chan, there's too much healing really to make any aggressive moves. Spirit Breaker, Somanen has yet to really rotate away or try and rotate to any of these side lanes or even the mid lane. He's thinking about it now.
Nope. Bottom, Seth. Once again. He's just gonna die.
Yes, he is.
Yep. This is the right play, I think, for chicken fighters, by the way. This lane has much worse sustain than the enemy lane, so your poke and harass is only gonna tickle them eventually, right? You have to go for these kills. Like, when you commit to this, you have to commit fully and go from 100 to 0 or force them back to base. But this option of, like, poking and just seeing the opportunities as they come, no, you have to play much more actively. So I think chicken fighter is taking this lane really well, actually. Very good use of
Charge mid. Oh, with the bash on top there, that might be enough to put down Piranha as they avoid the stun. Peksu is nearby, though, has a healing salve with that last. Wow,
Ooh,
okay, still
Raindrops.
alive. Heat-seeking missile. Not enough damage here. And with the healing salve, Piranha is going to look to turn. He's got this Edict, still only level 1, but pure damage here onto Stomanen, who's going to be a bit too speedy for that level 2 Split Earth. Didn't quite catch him. Thought that was a level 1 Split Earth with how small it was.
Yeah, it's a very underwhelming ability, honestly, until you max it and then get shard. But that was the infused raindrops. Well done. Tinker has no way of easily canceling them, and like obviously laser goes through them. Heat-seeking missiles, you need them to be the last bit of damage, and often infused raindrops will be enough to mitigate that. Very good pickup here. We're seeing more of this item being picked up in the early these days, as people are starting to realize sustaining lane matters more. You know, that we're seeing more healing, like more items like Armblade, more items like the Helm, for example, in general. And Infused should fall into this category, so I'm glad more people are starting to pick it up and realizing that it's pretty much just HP.
Oh, regen rune here. Peksu's going to scout that. Scouted as well by Brame because he did bring a range, or sorry, he brought a couple of creeps over here just to, for a ride, for a little show along the river. Where's this wagon going? Oh, there he is. All right. Sometimes, man, creep aggro is so weird and pathing.
Yeah. You know,
Charge bottom?
yesterday we were watching a game where... Oh, Siva?
Nice, okay.
There was one, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a catapult that decided to attack one hero and then afterwards commit suicide against a tier 2, even though tier 1 was still up. And I was like, what possibly could trigger this pathing? It was in the game that we casted yesterday. It was so odd.
11?
Top lane, by the way. No, stop losing HP! He's getting away! But the rest of the team can't help this. Stomanin was fighting in the bottom against Borania, and his death might have actually saved Skylark. It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell. The Mars was the only one who's a little bit low, right? So he's now being topped up at a very fast pace here. He's got this ring of health. As there's a TP, couple TPs actually now coming bottom. The TP from Tinker. Keen. Clairvoyance says now he's going to go bot lane onto Shibe. They will be able to blow him up. Keen Conveyance is what it is, not clear Clairvoyance. I'm thinking of my Dota2 coaches here.
Genuinely, these, if I'm honest with you, and I don't mean to be mean to Dota, but it just seems like random nonsense.
What do you mean?
some
After Guardian Sprint was added, everything changed about Solardo. Bash of the Deep as well? I mean, come on. They gave us all everything to the Solardo. Again, a good bash.
Oh, Stomanin's gonna die for this. Maybe. Oh, Pexus satisfies himself against Skylark. There's a Rupture as well. Do they have a bash? They need a bash?
Laser.
Oh, they don't need a bash. It's the laser. You know, Richie, the best stun in the game is death, actually. He's stunned for 18 seconds.
Pure damage. Pure damage, man. That's exactly what it is. That's all you needed.
That worked. There's a lot of heroes with nonsensical.
Very true.
Like Monkey.
Mischief. It's very fun. Tree Dance as well. Or, yeah, Tree Dance is fun.
Yeah, but Boundless Strike or like Boundless Strike. Okay, sure.
I'm sure it has something to do with the mythology, perhaps. I'm not really sure.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, it says Strike in the name. So
true. I wanted to talk to you very quickly about this Bloodseeker build. You know, certified Bloodseeker spammer, Avo Plus here. He's going to go first item, Atos. What are your thoughts on this, specifically this game?
Yeah, this is a good item. I think this is the better build these days. I used to favor the Yulsitter build a lot more, but I think these days Bloodseeker can't really utilize the Yulsitter as well due to the nature of the sustained damage of the matchups. Atos is fantastic when you have heroes that want to move around, or like, say, Juggernaut, for example, or Mars, that you're not going to quite kill with a Rupture. As I speak, though, Juggernaut doesn't need Rupture to die because he just walks into 4 heroes to the low ground. Maybe not the best pathing for Aqua, but he actually delayed them, so I guess it's a small win for them.
Yeah, Borania up to level 9 as well. He's now maxed his Edict as Spartan is going to get to enjoy a couple of these explosions. Throws the Shadow Word aggressively before he dies, and they're going to have a lot of Thirst Vision. Oh, right, what a combo. Thirst and Tinker. He's going to live.
Yeah. That's really good. So the only thing that I would say that maybe I would like to see on the Bloodseeker is because of the lack of lane push that I mentioned earlier, and the fact that you have a Tinker with this like really easy combo to use. A Veil of Discord seems like a relatively cheap and nice item to go. Oh, Pex is gonna die. No, apparently Stomanin wants to let him live. Oh, he did have stick though. He did have stick. Yeah, Stomanin knew.
There it is, 10 HP.
They have another one though. Thirst. Yeah. He's dead.
There it goes. Just walks into it. Might as well respawn a bit faster.
You see why I want the Veil? Like, that's the kind of situation where I feel like it's just very useful. You prevent one spam of the rockets, and it's a very cheap item. He might just get it after Atos.
Top lane,
Atos is
Skylark.
really
a little Tinker's Toy there to close the gap.
Oh my god!
Era's going to get that kill. 100-0. Well done.
Brutal. And Bloodseeker's not particularly a low HP offlaner either. Like, that was incredible. Wow. I often forget how strong Willow is in the
bottom. Aqua is going to bully Spartan away as Spartan was trying to farm a camp. Oh, but it was a bait all along, Avo. Look at that. He even knows it. There's the tip.
Yep. This is the, support for carry, and he would all chat this if it was 100%. Or like nice trade, or question mark simply. There's a lot of ways that you can solve this situation.
I think a tip is the most elegant way though. Maybe a well-timed voice line. Yeah.
Yeah. I recommend one. It goes rat-tat-tat-tat-tat, you're dead. I think it's quite quality. I don't know if you heard
it. That one is guaranteed to leave your enemies breathless. And Shibe is going to throw up the arena mid lane for Nefrit. Spear him back to the wall. There is a point in the reincarnation at the ready here. And a big old charge in from Stomanin from the side. It makes a lot of space. Hand of God for Pexu, though, is still going to leave Nefrit in between 5 heroes. And there is no saving him. Down he goes, dead for 30 seconds now. And Chicken Fighters are going to look up to the high ground. A 2-man terrorize does catch the Tinker into the stun. A fight of beauty here from the Chicken Fighters. as they will pick up 3 heroes, 4 kills, of course, through the reincarnation there, and they even look for the tier 1 tower, which should be pretty easy considering they've got the Edict maxed and ready to go.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm that big a fan of getting that early point of reincarnation with a playstyle that we were getting as well, right? Like, Nefrit decided to walk into, like, essentially play the offlaner for a bit as Bloodseeker takes that tower top, right? If you had gone top and instead tried to fight a tier 1 tower there with the help of the Bloodseeker, is the kind of situation when I can see the reincarnation level 1 being impactful, because you might force a fight near your area and you can actually take advantage of it. But if you go down mid like this, you're putting pressure by doing this, but you're most likely going to die twice if they catch you. So, not the biggest fan of this point. I think that's completely wasted, if I'm honest with you. It didn't really delay them for anything. It did give some space to Skylark, but you don't really want to give space to your Bloodseeker. He's not going to carry the game for you.
So what's the thought process behind this Atos? Obviously, it's Atos first, just a little bit more control. Being able to cancel a TP right after you rupture, so Chen can't just TP away. Is it going to get upgraded into a Mjolnir eventually? Is he going to go BKB? Gleipnir, thank you.
It's a good luxury item, but I think the best build for this Bloodseeker this game, frankly, would be either Atos into the potential Veil if you feel like you need to cut lanes and play defensively, or alternatively, right into Lotus Orb, actually. Lotus Orb is so valued this game against Jug and Willow.
Okay. I can see that.
You can also BKB.
They're hunting for Wish, but Wish has Blink. So they get Arrow.
Skylark used to be a big fan of the
They're gonna fight bottom.
the Greaves build, so I'm assuming it's gonna be
Oh, Aqua might just be dead. Spartan has like a Golem, and he's gonna go ahead and very easily summon it. That's a kill, and they might even save Spartan. Shibe can't land the auto attacks with the laser. 100% miss chance on this, and 11 is giving chase with the urn ticking down. Shibe, Peksu as well is going to be lasered from behind as Wish ends up getting both kills there.
Honestly, the lineup that they have, particularly Spellbreaker and Bloodseeker, suits their playstyle so much of let's just brawl all the time. Like, even Wraith King has that to a degree. The nerf to the cooldown at the last level reincarnation doesn't make it as appealing, but still, it is a very Brame style draft. From any of the iterations we've seen, whether it's this one, the one with focus, doesn't really matter. It's just we all brawl, and our carry will come when he feels ready. But we brawl. That's the main goal of the draft.
Yeah, they're really only limited by the Golem Chaotic Offering if they really need it for a fight. Basically, only against a Jug to cancel a TP or stun him through spin, something like that, right? And that'll become a little bit more important once BKBs are actually online, the cooldown of Golem, if you can contest Roche with this ability or not. But for now in the early game, 100%. This is very much just limited by the cooldown of Charge, by the mana pool of Wish, right, is really where they're going to run into limits on how often they can fight.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, the Warlock Golem is yeah, you want to fight around it ideally, but it's not like your offlaner is missing his ultimate, right? Oh, that's the other build that you could go for Bloodseeker this game. If you don't go for the Lotus Orb build, which he seems to be going for Yule Scepter, I'm okay with this. I would rather see either Lotus or Ags personally.
Oh no. It's always really sad to see all the Chen creeps. Yeah, just die.
Yeah.
Oh, still on it. It's chasing down this last ghost. This ghost is fast, man.
Yeah, it's a Chen creep, dude.
See you later. He's out of there. Oh, they're Stomanin? What are you doing here?
He's really killing the goal. He blocked the camp, dude. So
Oh, very true.
Actual good use of efficiency.
Yeah, actually.
That's good.
Spartan, I think, also blocked the hard camp with the Golem. Either that or he probably farmed it. This Golem hits hard.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, though, that's like actually smart because now the Chen has to go into his jungle and is not much more unsafe because the enemy team has wards.
Yeah, very true.
Wow. They remember how to play against Chen, dude. This is pure hate.
Okay, he's got the Foreman ready to go, though, along with the Wild Ring Ripper.
Oh, no. The Goblet King.
The Goblet King. Jug farming a big old stack of the Ancients here. He's gonna
he died.
Go for Battle Fury. Goodbye, Foreman.
He died to the Ancients. You know, I hear the original Aegis was molded after the Foreman's
Stomanin is going to get a Bulwark up. Or sorry, he gets off the Bulldoze, but of course he can't charge out of the arena as he will fall here.
That was funny. That was like, if I get enough of a run-up, maybe? And then he just goes right through.
As I recall, you know, you can really only do this in demo mode, but Dota really starts to break once heroes start moving at above like 1,500 move speed, where you can just like charge through arena, you can just like, you know, go through kinetic field with that kind of move speed. So maybe he was just like testing it, right?
Bloodseeker can do that when he reaches a certain threshold. That you can actually walk through cliffs.
Yeah, yeah. You go real fast eventually. Once you go fast, you start to go into the ludicrous dimension. You know, it's like Spaceballs. You go ludicrous speed.
Like if you play BS versus Meepo, for example, you get this experience. Because that's been bugged for forever. Each clone gives you thirst movement speed for some reason.
Ah. I wonder if that's intentional.
He's got.
Because
I mean, at this point, Ice Frog might just really hate me.
Very true.
There are very few heroes that has been as unviable and as nerfed as the poor dude.
The poor dudes.
Warlock, he's in trouble. Brambles. It's true, dudes. Stomanin. Oh, Bulldoze does nothing against Yule Scepter, my friend. It does do something against Split Earth, but it was too late. So goodbye to Stomanin.
Yeah, very, very late. And Bulldoze is dispellable, so wouldn't have helped him anyway. Okay. I mean, I guess space, right? Maybe Nephrid is making the call, hey guys, let's not fight until I have another item. I'm not really that strong. I can't play an offlane Wraith King because they kill me too easy. Wish. Oh, hold that thought. Ooh, gets a nice blink off. Look at this guy. Oh, he blinked into a bramble, though. All right. Well, it was a good juke initially, and then he kind of just outthinked himself a little bit too much. There's Pex, who's going to pop his own mech. He's got Hand of God as well if he wants to keep himself alive. The Spartan having dropped the Golem. They want to commit here to this fight. Pexu, Hand of God now used. He's still alive in this fight, and Nephrit's just lost his first life. They don't have Wish here, so they don't have a lot of damage, and they don't have any way to save the Wraith King either. As Pexu, yeah, drops a voice line. He is going to live through this fight, and Spartan... Yeah, he's going to be the last one to go here, Avo. They will find him in front of the Tier 2 tower, try and throw him out of the map, as he will be sent to the fountain for 30 seconds. Not really a good fight for Brame to take there.
No, not really. This is one of those Brame syndrome situations, right? Where the brawl all the time kind of bites him in the rear. I think Chicken Flutter is taking fights a lot more when they want to, and it's not like they're controlling the tempo necessarily. It's just that Brame is willing to always go toe-to-toe with them, and maybe that's not always the best option. Are we looking... Like, I don't know if Wraith King with Desolator and Armlet is enough this game to call him online. I don't know if he needs BKB this game to actually go, or even Blink. So I feel like he's very kiteable. I don't think Jug is a big part of, honestly, anything Chicken Fighter's doing. I think it's the Lesh mainly and the Mars, and Wraith King has nothing against them. He has potential to burst them, right?
Okay. Well, if he does decide to need that +1 item, hold that thought, they're going to find Skylark here.
Yep. Poor Skylark. This is why one of the Yules himself.
Yeah, seems like it. He is going into the Lotus, though, and that was the point I was about to make, is they might have not only that BKB or Blink Dagger, and also the Shivas, which is about to be finished for Wish. They're going to have a Lotus on top, which will help them with that Dispel, help them against the Jug, like you said, against the Brambles. So that's going to be at least a positive, but so there's quite a few negatives going on right now for Brame.
Yep. I mean, no, that Lotus Storm is pretty clutch, obviously. It's a Lightning Storm, which is a good way to be able to deal with the Wraith King. It's going to be nullified. I think that's in the penitence as well, to a degree, because then Wraith King can catch up to you. And that's, I would say, the biggest point. And later, obviously, against Omni Slash is going to be great. So maybe they feel confident enough. I don't know. You kind of have to do something, right? You can't play passively that much, and the unfortunate situation is that you don't really have the best kill squad. Like, Spellbreaker, Bloodseeker's good in the first maybe 10-15 minutes, but now you've run out of damage, especially because Bloodseeker went for utility build. The Tinker can kind of join you, because now he has the... Oh. No, not yet. He needs the last level of Keen Conveyance.
Yeah, and he also needs to finish up the Shivas. He's nearly there.
Did you see Stomatin up top?
No.
So he got Omni Slash, and he's like, he's like walking away with Jug. He's like, oh, okay, I gotta go back to the creep wave, and he just lets Jug jump to a creep, and then goes back out and TP's where he TP's. That's pretty funny. He's like, oh, I'm leaving a Jug package here for you, creeps. Here you go. Take the Jug.
Good luck.
Yeah, but we'll see what Brame's choice is here. He is decided to go for the BKB. I think is the right item, much more so than the Blink. I think the Blink is your desperate item of we need to take a fight now, and I think BKB is the correct choice.
That'll be a pretty big timing. Allow you to shrug off a lot of this Lush damage, ignore the Arena, basically ignore the Willow, especially with that first 9-second duration. So they're going to need to swing themselves a pretty nice fight there. Stomanin, he has gone for this max greater bash build, so charge on not a whole lot of extra move speed here for him, although it doesn't really get that much crazier. I guess the stun duration is the only thing that really scales nicely. Wish, man, he just plays his Tinker right on a knife's edge. He's nearly got enough money now for the Shivas, as they are charging top lane into this Aegis. Okay, yeah, wait, are they fighting here? Into Aegis?
They seem to want to. I mean, Chicken Fighters are really buying their time, though. This Jug, considering... It's like, well, I guess if you want to go for me first.
The Lesh isn't here, which is maybe why...
they saw him now. They saw him. Morania could be in trouble as he ults himself. He actually avoided with Illusion Rune. Wow. I have never seen that. He's still going to die, but that was an impressive play. Style points for Morania.
Okay.
I did not know you could avoid that with Illusion Rune.
Honestly, I didn't know that either. I was really confused. I thought he ulted to creep, and I went, there was no camp there. That was pretty cool. I also didn't know you could do that. But a pretty big kill. Maybe that was all a plan by Brame. They show all 5 heroes top lane briefly, and they locate the one isolated hero and then just pick him off. That's essentially a minute burned off of this Aegis. It's not really a fighting Aegis, I suppose, especially with the Battle Fury Jug. It's more of a secure the net worth lead, maybe take a couple of tier 2s kind of Aegis. But either way, it's going to be a minute delay nonetheless. I like that one a lot.
Under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Aqua's being charged right now on the top lane. I don't know if the charge is going to complete. Stomanin seems pretty decided. Okay, it is going to be complete.
So what do you?
Hello, goodbye, sir.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna Omni Slash me again? Remember how that one worked out?
Radiant's top tower is under
It's true,
attack.
yeah. I'll just send you back to the creep lane. I mean, the tower fell though, and the game just, the Jug eventually will be able to duke out really nice against the Wraithing. I do admire Brame's patience this time, however, and not trying to fight beforehand. If they lose any more team fights, this game might be too far out of their hands.
And they are going to lose
They
Spartan.
lose Sass. Yeah, it's okay. Right? Like, it's not that he's the biggest thing.
Nah, his respawn
Just
timer is
5.
pretty short.
His golems anyway.
Yep. They might look to go high ground though, so they might actually force Spartan to buy back here, or not. They have a Tinker for high ground defense.
I don't know if this high ground is that good a choice, right? Can you not punish this with Rupture?
Healing Ward right now is keeping them topped off. Down it goes, so now they'll actually start to take some damage. Of course, the Chen heal is still at their disposal. So there's a little Wraith Fire Blast, a couple more heat-seeking missiles to boot.
Oh, good. They got a silence off. Another charge in. Stomanin. Consider that. Still no Rupture used, though, on Aqua, because they know, right, he has his first life, so they need to use Rupture on the second one. That's probably why they're playing it so safely.
25 seconds on the Aegis as well. Wish is able to split push other lanes and still be there for the defense, so, they're fine with this.
Things.
Yeah.
They did hit the tower for a fair amount, though. Like, it's one more push like this and it's done.
Smoke play by Chicken
They
Fighters.
see Nefrit.
There's a blink on the Mars. He could make this jump in.
Uh-huh.
It's a scary dive.
But he has to arena.
Yep. It's a scary dive as well. And there's BKB now for Nefrit just delivered. And a DD rune scouted in the river. This could be the fight that Brame's looking for here, Avo. They've got all the ultis up. They've got Nefrit with a BKB and soon, presumably, a DD rune.
He just revealed his BKB by walking to the river. Not the DD rune, though. I don't know if he can take it. I mean, the enemy team is just going top and forcing them out of the river here. They might come back with a DD. Chicken Fighters is the arena. Okay.
Great
He has two
terrors.
actually towards the end of the arena. One of them is Bloodseeker. He's feared. And they're killing him. And he got the Warlock first. That's out of no more golems for you. Scholar does manage to make it out of here alive. And they actually rupture Barania. Kept alive for a bit. Is this going to be enough? Magic Stick and Bloodstone both use Baranias to get away, but it's impossible. Bloodright is going to finish him off. The bike from the Warlock allows for the golems to drop. And Chicken Fighters is forced to retreat. That's to say Spartan's golem a bit too scary. Peksu dies next. You got a mid laner and a support. Not bad. You did use all your resources, however, but you needed that fight.
And the tower's defended. So, that's just a nice little extra thing to boot. Mid laner and a support could have been a little bit better. You do only have to buy back on your position 5. And who's going to pick up? Oh, Stoman, and he says, okay, fine, I'll take the DD rune. That's cool. And yeah, I mean, a good fight, though. A great start from Chicken Fighters. Let me show. I mean, the arena combo, right? This is why this lane is still, or this combo is still particularly strong, even if the Snapfire is the more popular pick these days, alongside the Mars. This combo is still cash money. Every single time it connects, it's always guaranteed to be a fun time. As long as you're not on the receiving end of it, that is. Because, yeah, they almost get through this Bloodseeker, who's... Ooh, who do you like? What do you like to say? He's good stat gain on this guy, right? Yeah, 1,600, 1,700 HP. Not bad at all.
Yep. Yep. That was an insane stat gain, you know? The likes of Vengeful Spirit, another really popular hero these days.
Super popular hero.
Yeah. Stats don't matter that much. I mean, I think now with the BKB, they fixed one of their biggest issues on the draft, which is Bloodseeker is really not a hero to go initiate, right? He can rupture something, that's great, but he's not the one that's going to walk in, tank the damage, and go forward. Spiritbreaker can sort of do that, but there's a lot of obstacles along the way. Now with the BKB and Lotus Orb, of course, Nefrit can be that person. So you rupture someone, you put them in a difficult position, Nefrit walks in, you got it. You don't have to poke him prop from a distance. You actually have someone that can go and take the advantage forward. And Tinker can also stand back and just spam heat-seeking missiles.
Tinker can also...
So Brame's...
I was about to say, Tinker can also stand up a little bit, because he's got his own BKB ready to go.
That's true. He actually might be in a position soon when he gets Blink. Oh no, he's going for Octarine next. Okay. Or Bloodstone next, sorry. Once he gets the overwhelming Blink, Tinker's in a similar position as well, right? He's another person that can do it easily. So the lineup only gets better as time goes on. However, Jug will get really strong. Like, he gets to a point where his matchup against Wraithing, despite the Omniscience versus Wraith Reincarnation, Jug is just better overall.
Are Tinker still opting to go for that Strength Blink? Or the Overwhelming Blink?
Yeah, Overwhelming Blink is the build most of the time. I mean, I haven't seen the Bloodstone in a while.
Okay.
As like usually here's Blink as opposed to like BKB, for example.
Yeah, just because I know they nerfed it, so I know it's you know, now it's not ridiculously strong anymore. Before it was pretty dumb. It was like 200 damage plus a little bit every single time. Now it's like closer to 100 plus whatever his strength is, so it's a little bit easier to play against. But I wasn't sure if that nerf was enough to really stop the build from happening.
I, mean, I think you might as well, right? Because if you go for like Arcane Blink, there's not really much advantage you get from that. Only the cast point reduction. It's not like Tinker has the longest cast points in the world, right? Like, yeah, fast laser. Oh, well, just by Dagon.
Yeah.
But I mean, he might, because of the nerfs, he might opt to go a bit later. You might go like Bloodstone into, say, Ags, for example, which is also a very useful item in this game, and then finalize your Overwhelming Blink.
Yeah, Ags seems pretty decent this game, for sure. That percentage HP reduction is very nice to have. Well,
yeah. The Shiva is something that we don't see this early usually on Tinker, though, but from what I can gather from the chat, is a wish special. And it does give him what March of the Machines used to give him, but faster. I actually love what he's doing, so I don't know if you see this trick, which is, I mean, it's not the complex trick in the world, but use Shivas, then you can use it twice while the first blast still go on like that, right? And then you actually clear everything around you with the blinking.
Ah.
It's very interesting.
So the trick is to spam Shivas?
Look, yes, but the idea is that you time it perfectly so that when you jump, both blasts are kind of...
I know.
You know, you can simplify Dota terms very easily. A lot of things in Dota are very simple if you use the right words for it.
That's true. Alvaro is still convinced. He tells me about his favorite play in Dota all the time. It was when Puck used to phase shift in the mid lane to avoid an auto attack. That was his favorite Dota 2 highlight.
Yeah, and then he used the stun to cancel TP.
Oh yeah, that was another really good one actually. Very true.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Do you remember that one?
Hype.
Do you remember it?
No, I remember it. Do you?
No, I do. So now he's got
so
BKB.
Martin has BKB now.
Yeah, he's gonna TP.
He's like, I figured it out. This is how I get out of the arena, guys.
I figure that's not too bad for him. He doesn't. I mean, it's a 9-second BKB, which would have been really nice to have in the first fight. You really use it, but you just kind of need it just to get through the minefield that is going to be all these brambles, right? And then after that, once you're in the fight, you're in.
I don't think 9 to 6 seconds is too much. This is lovely, by the way, because Chicken Fighters, they correctly assume against any normal team, you go, well, we just force this BKB, they're probably playing defensive, they're probably going to go to their triangle. And Brame's like, you know what, we just almost lost the fight, let's go smoke. Like, 3-man smoke. That's the play, SEA style.
Yeah, into Aegis, here they go again, Avo.
No, the golem's been dropped. Blood Right's not going to hit this time, though. We need Wish to get closer. They're getting rid of the magic immunity for now.
Okay.
Terrorize did bring Tinker back, but I don't think it
How can they push into this?
The
upheaval!
The upheaval keeps him away. Between that and Blood Right, it's actually super annoying to walk to those towers. That's why a tier 2 defense, which is rare at 30 minutes, is successful.
Warlock, of course. Now that the battle pass is out again, remember, don't be confused if you get a queue time trivia where every single talent tree is question marks. That's Warlocks. Don't forget it. He's got the most complex talent tree in the world. It's like playing Path of Exile every single time that you get a 5th level increment on Warlock.
Plus 25 Shadow Word damage shield. What must this talent do? Wild.
And unbelievable.
It's hard for me to comprehend it.
Very difficult. Very difficult. Oh, well, down he goes.
Yeah, he didn't have the talent. It was too complex for him.
Didn't have the talent. Maybe if he was, you know, maybe if he had instead like an 8 strength talent, he lives there. But no.
No, instead he has this useless Fatal Bond. What does that even mean? Fatal Bond's damage? Is that like a spell? I can't tell. Damage to what? To the Fatal Bonds deal damage now?
Very complex.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought this up. This is one of my favorite talking points about Warlock. I mention this all the time. How difficult a hero he is.
Very difficult.
Oh, they got Nefrit. That's the one stun. He's BKB though. Lotus will help us.
Stomanen's in.
He just decided that his carry was not going to make it out, so he's going to do it for him.
Okay. And now Brame's...
Nefrit then walked...
And now Brame's smoke and fight, right? Because they have a hero dead without Chaotic Offering, and there's no BKB again for Stomanen, so they fight.
Oh, it's true. This is the prime time. Okay, no. Chicken Fighters acknowledge this time is better for them. I think Brame also knows this. They need Lotus on Nefrit. Yep. Oh, no. Lotus actually rooted him. That's crazy. What a stupid shard.
Yeah. That shard's so good against Wraith King, man. Such an annoying spell. These brambles in this curse ground.
I can't believe that if you dispel it, it actually creates the brambles. I think that should not be allowed.
I can't believe that either, to be honest. I think that's...
It is very dumb.
I mean, I guess it's consistent, right? That's how it works with Inkswell and Aphotic Shield. If you dispel it, it just explodes with the damage and stun duration, respectively.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So fair is fair. There's a Swift Slash now for Jug on top of a Linken's. I think that's Linken's number 2, as Lesh currently has one, but no longer with an Aegis, as he looks to defend against this constant creep wave shoving into his bot lane. They've gotten themselves a top tier 3 tower and a melee barracks, as Wish has been scouted and found. The team, however, is nowhere nearby. He's going to just BKB, though. He's going to get the blink away. A second blink here is ready to go. Going to try and TP away. No, he can't. Not through the Omni Slash. As Stomanen did try and save him underneath cover his own BKB, he's going to be allowed to TP. As Pexu, he gets all of now the Ancient creeps to just stare at the outpost as he captures it. Big catch there, though, onto the Wish Tinker. He was just hoping to TP into a fight as his team was smoked and they headed into the triangle where they don't find anyone.
Yep. And these plays are crucial because honestly, team can afford 1 or 2 of these. Here's a classical SAS Spartan play. He has to do this at least once a game where he's just insanely out of position trying to... I mean, usually I'd say like push a creep wave or cut lanes, but you're a fucking Warlock, so I don't know what exactly the accomplishment was here, but he was doing
Fatal Bonds the creep wave?
And what, Shadow War's a single creep?
Now they're... Oh, no, okay, well, he's got buyback. He just wanted to show off, yeah, I've got buyback.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, Nefrit is struggling now against the Jug. He just doesn't deal enough damage anymore with the Axe as well. Too much mobility. There's a Spear, actually. They ruptured Shibit. He just activates that BKB. Has no arena, though. Blood Right and Upheaval. Annoying them once again. Nefrit activates his own BKB. Shibit is now forced to retreat with the Rupture on him. He's going to be fine. They gave him the Linken's just in case here. As the Axe comes out on Tinker. Big buy. Actually might be able to do something against these beefy heroes now. But maybe... Oh! Shibit! Try to go in. He does the arena. There's the Linken's. There's the second Rupture. Shibit
there's the Golem.
Wants to move, and he's going to punish the Bloodseeker for it. The Golem does hit there.
Nice Lotus.
Lotus Orb actually saved him from the Swift Slash. Pexu, though, he's going to die. Aqua's forced to TP back home with a Blade Fury.
Wish almost
and it's going to work out.
Died in that spin. Maybe he was like, hey, if you stick around, you can kill me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But, of course, he had BKB. He would have just refreshed and TP'd away. Ooh, okay. Decent hold from Brame, actually. They do again lose the tier 3 tower and the melee barracks, so they can't really afford to do this much longer. And again, they expend, well, the Warlock ulti and a buyback again. So they need to get something in return for this, at least maybe a couple of buybacks.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Up to the high ground they will go now with this Warlock Golem still alive for a couple of seconds anyway before it's picked off by Borania. Nefritting.
Nefrit, nice little push.
Yeah, not bad at all. That's everyone back alive, pardon me, naturally though, from Chicken Fighters.
Are you at that moment where Tinker is enough to carry the game for you? Like his Dags, it's a very big pickup. I'm wondering.
Radiant are scanning.
Between the double rupture here that you have on Bloodseeker, so now you have control against this match community, and at least a way to punish them with the BKBs before they go down to 6 seconds. And on top of the Lotus Orb, which is again really hype to deal with the Wraith King. To deal with the Juggernaut.
I think yes. But it seems more like an impenetrable defense, but I think it might be more difficult to use this offensively. Does that make sense? Like this is a great list of spells to use if your enemies are sieging high ground, but I think they will struggle if they actually have to go high ground themselves, because they don't really have the best way to give vision without really putting Wish in harm's way. Bloodright's decent actually, but up for a high ground siege when Mars has a blink, when Lesh is as mobile as he is, they might struggle to use this to close out the game. But Chicken Fighters will struggle to close out the game against this as well. So, you know, we had some long games yesterday, Avo. I think we might be in for some long games as well here today.
Yeah, I think so as well. But maybe less throwy. Maybe our interview afterwards is not one player playing against a team, but who knows?
Well,
we'll have
to be fair, it wasn't just, you know, one team. It was just one player.
It's true, it's true. He didn't blame the entire team. He blamed the only European in the team, which is what important. Yeah. Apologies.
Swift Blink is about to be finished as well for Wraith King, as he says, no, Wish, I need this item, please. And just needs another creep or two for it, and he's got it in the bag.
Thomas Relic, that's huge for Lesh. Cannot imagine a better item, honestly.
Is he going to go Shard this game? He's not. He's going to go Shiva's first for Borania.
I think he should though, right? Because you're really struggling going to the high ground with the stupid upheaval plus plate
plus Tinker,
Bloodright combo, and Tinkers. Yeah. There's so many combos on the high ground. It's just ridiculous, right? I think the Split Earth is a great way to secure that.
I would agree. Shout out to Wish, by the way, who's just constantly holding this Philosopher's Stone. You know, 6,000 net worth at 38 minutes, 40 minutes into the game. Warlock, no, he'll be fine. Give that to Tinker. He needs the money. Nefrit is just in.
There's the Golem, and Siva's gonna die. The Rupture hit him. Yeah, he's gone. That's the first Rupture.
Omni Slash reflected.
Oh, the Lotus Orb! What a Lotus here by Skylark. He's actually gonna beat Aqua off the hand of this. They need to get a stun off though, but they don't have any bashers. Unfortunately, he's not able to get away. A stun of Borania though might be the next victim. The Willow Brambles don't quite stop Nefrit, but he can't go forward. There's too many in his way.
Spartan is just tanking all these
Borania,
Brambles.
Though, yeah, Spirit Breaker's another one that's suffering against them. Stomanin was thinking, should I go in the Bramble Maze? Probably not.
Spirit Breaker bought back,
Spartan,
so they're still looking to fight.
Yeah, look at this. Nefrit, he goes for the supports first. That's the Dark Will of God. No more Bramble Mazes. Stomanin has the ultimate, though. He's going to keep pushing his advantage. We have any Shivas? We do. Borania's been slowed. He's been turned into a mini Borania. And now this Scream Bean is going to be eaten whole as they take down Pexu as well. Chicken Fighters lose 4. Brame, they're back at it.
They're back at it, man.
Skylark, my goodness, what a Bloodseeker performance.
Yeah, that Lotus Orb has... That's the second time now, right? We've seen the full Omni Slash reflected, not just a Swift Slash.
Last time it was Swift Slash. This is the full Omni.
All right. Yeah. Still impressive
but
nonetheless.
Still, like, impressive on both, right?
Yeah, very.
In fact, I'd argue it's more impressive on Swift Slash than Omni, because Swift Slash actually has a good range. But it's hard to tell when he's going to do it. He's just so good. His Ruptures have been instrumental in getting these kills. This Aether has been on point. His Bloodright has been a big reason why they're holding the high ground. My goodness, Skylark, what a class act on Bloodseeker.
Class act indeed, as now there is an Ag Scepter, an Ag's Blessing, pardon me, for the Wraith King. So they have themselves the Wraith form available for everyone on Nefrit. He's big now. AC, the Swift Blink, BKB duration, sure it might be 6 seconds, but again, that's really just all they need. Now they just need a second way to cancel a spin TP. I would say, Avo, because they're using Warlock Golem to start off these fights, and I think that's perfectly acceptable. But that also, of course, means that he can't use it to stop Jug from simply leaving, as we've seen previously. That might prove to be a little bit more problematic in these next couple of fights. But yeah, big old Lotus Reflect there, as Skylark for 11 now. New 11, perhaps. Just having a very strong game. You know, it was funny because I was going to ask you, it didn't really seem like I felt personally like the impact of the Bloodseeker too much in like this kind of mid game when they were starting to lose the game a little bit. But now I completely, you know, I'm really glad I never said that because, yeah, he is making a lot of a difference in these team fights.
I'm wondering if he called himself 11, like you mentioned, after old 11.
I'm not sure either. Spartan is going to eat this.
Because it could be like. Oh, they have Ags on Wraith King. That's
yes, from Roche.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Yes. The Rupture onto Aqua. They drop the Golem here. That's an Omni Slash. Actually, only on the Golem there. Not very useful. And Wish just goes forward. He takes
out of mana though.
The backlines. Yeah. His BKB is about to expire as well, so he just retreats in time. Aqua could still be in trouble. They're going for Borania. Borania is under a sentry. That's not going to matter too much for them. But Tinker's back. Tinker's gonna die. 11 heals back up thanks to the cheese anyway. And with the Shivas, where's Borania even going? He took a trip through the jungle, and he's gonna end up with his life being thrown away for nothing.
This was a wild fight. I was going to say Spartan just throws down the Golem because he can, but it actually ends up making all the difference there because they end up splitting the Omni Slash to it.
That's crazy. I can't believe that they decided to Omni Slash in that moment, though. Their two objectives were Golem and Wraith King.
You know what? That is a good.
Wish is brutal.
That is a good point. Did Wish just? Yeah, Wish just murders Pexu. Nefrit's onto the high ground.
I mean, the fact that we're talking about a Tinker jumping the backlines, like we're referring to him as an Ember or a Void Spirit, is wild. You know, he actually was the reason why the team fight for Chicken Fighters looked so in disarray and disorganized.
There's no buybacks on these heroes right now either that are dead anyway. Jug has buyback and the Willow's got buyback, but they really won't be able to do anything by themselves, especially with Omni Slash on cooldown here for another 50 seconds. This is problematic, to say the least. This Stomanin is thinking about taking a dive into that fountain. Mars is up now, but Jug is just doing some secret shopping. And he's going to go into this butterfly. Again, and actually he's going to maybe buy out for this one, Avo. Without buyback now for 500 gold, and he's got enough money for the quarterstaff. So he might just decide to buy out for the butterfly. That would maybe prove to be a little bit problematic, but against a Tinker? No, okay, he goes into the Swift Link instead. Pardon me. Still fine. BKBs.
That was a clutch BKB, to be honest. That was pretty well done. I don't know, Chicken Fighter is in the middle of a pickle. They take a really good fight, but Aqua has actually been cancelled so hard by this Lotus Orb and the last fight with the Golems as well that I don't know if he can.
Yeah, that was big. Again, there's the Wraith form, you know, coming in handy there. That third Roshan. Hold on, are we gonna fight again?
It's just air or die. Okay. They find Mars as well. BKB. There's the arena. He's just fighting in the middle of the arena. It's his BKB anyway. Nefrit. He's gonna be fine. He saw the reincarnation. Swiss will pop it. There's the Omnislash for Nefrit. Sorry, he's not gonna pop anything. Actually, I spoke too soon. He still has it, and he's used all of his abilities. He's out. Charlie can't do anything else. Pex is gonna die. Charlie's actually been slowed down. They hit him with a Blood Ray as well. Then the Atos with the charge. Here comes the Tinker. How do you turn Magic Immune against
They got him. He's in that buyback.
Silent stun kill. GG. I mean, he used... I'm sorry, but like, I thought the Wraith King must have died and lost his first life. I saw him just immediately use Omni Slash afterwards, but that did nothing. It was Omni Slash against a reincarnation.